Traveling with your pet is an incredible experience, but it also requires a lot of preparation. To ensure that the trip is comfortable and safe for your four-legged friend and for you, it is essential to be aware of the rules, laws, and essential tricks. Today we'll talk about everything you need to know to travel with your pet without any headaches. 1. Introduction to laws and general regulations. Each airline has its own rules and requirements, but there are general regulations and legislation that apply to the transport of animals on flights. Let's see what you need to observe for a smooth trip. Up-to-date vaccinations and documentation. Your pet must be up to date with its vaccinations, and some airlines require specific exams depending on the destination. In addition, it is necessary to present a health certificate issued by a veterinarian. This shows that the animal is fit to travel and free of transmissible diseases. Animal Transport Certificate for international travel for flights outside the country, the International Veterinary Certificate, CVI, or the passport for transit of dogs and cats is mandatory. Without it, boarding will be denied. Check the requirements of the destination country, as each place has its own rules. 2. How to choose the means of transport, cabin or hold. Will your pet fly in the cabin with you, or will it need to go in the hold? This detail depends on its weight and size, in addition to the company's rules. Cabin. In general, animals up to 10 kilograms, including the transport box, can travel in the cabin. But remember, the box must fit in the space under the seat, and the pet must stay inside it during the entire flight. Hold. If your pet is larger, it will probably have to go in the hold. It may sound scary, but many airlines offer air-conditioned and pressurized cargo areas, made especially for animals. Tip: check if the airline allows pets in the cabin and if there is a limit on the number of spaces. Some airlines only allow one pet per flight, so book early. 3. Choosing the ideal transport box. The transport box is the main item for the trip. Choose one according to the size of your pet and the airline's requirements. Size. The pet must be able to turn around completely inside the box. It needs space to move around, but also security so it doesn't feel vulnerable during the trip. Material. Airlines recommend rigid boxes for transport in the hold, while flexible boxes are allowed in the cabin. Make sure the material is resistant and comfortable. Extra tip: let the pet get used to the box a few days before the trip. Place toys or cloths with a familiar smell inside so that it associates the space with something positive. 4. Preparing your pet before traveling. Good pre-flight preparation can make all the difference in your pet's behavior during the trip. Exercise. On the day of the trip, take a nice walk or play with your pet so it can burn off energy. This will keep it calmer during the flight. Food and hydration. Avoid feeding your pet in the 2 hours before boarding to reduce the risk of nausea. Hydration is important, but not too much. Bonus tip: talk to your vet about the possibility of using a natural sedative or pheromones, which help reduce stress. 5. Boarding. Procedures and tips to make the process easier. Arrive at the airport early. Boarding with animals takes a little longer due to the procedures for checking documents and accommodating the pet. Early check-in. Many airlines require that you check in person, and some ask for your pet to be present to check the carrier. So, plan ahead. While waiting, take the opportunity to let your pet do its last business, since the carrier must remain closed during the flight. Many airports have specific areas for animals. 6. During the flight. During the flight, your pet's behavior will depend a lot on how well it was prepared for the trip. Cabin. If your pet is in the cabin, avoid taking it out of its carrier. The movement may scare it. Stay calm and talk to it in a calm tone, which it will associate with safety. Hold. For pets that travel in the hold, trust the onboard staff and the environment control systems. Avoid feeding your pet right before checking it in. Final tip: don't forget to bring wet wipes and a hygienic mat for emergencies. This will prevent discomfort if something happens during the flight. 7. Arrival and post-flight tips. After disembarking, it's time to meet your furry friend again and make sure it's okay. Hold. It usually takes a few minutes for pets checked in the hold to be released. Stay calm and go to the special baggage delivery area. Post-disembarkation care. Offer fresh water and let your pet walk around a bit to relieve stress. This is the time to show affection and patience. Bonus tip: on long trips or when changing time zones, your pet's behavior may change a little. Give them time to adapt to the new environment. Traveling with your pet is a challenge, but with the right preparation, it can be an incredible and stress-free adventure. Now that you know everything about the laws, rules, and essential care, just plan your trip and enjoy every moment with your best friend. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and comment if you have ever traveled by plane with your pet or if you have any questions. Happy travels, and see you in the next video.